You know, there's a good crowd at this Mass. If you pay close attention, you notice that after Christmas, the attendance goes down somewhat. You know why? Because the people can afford to go to Florida for the winter and get away from the cold weather. What are you going to do? Actually, Edwards has turned the heat up in here today. I'm not the cheapest person on earth. I'm one of them, but not the totally cheapest person. But to be honest with you, priests would like to take a vacation right now, too, if they could. Because this is the worst time of the year to preach. Listen to that last line. Be careful. You don't know the day nor the hour. Very ominous sounding talks and readings that we get at this time of the year about the end of the world coming, about the end of your life or my life coming. Those are not fun topics to talk about as a priest. They're not. I wish I could get away until like the middle of Advent when they become a little peppier, but these are talking about death. I don't know anybody wants to go to the restaurant tonight and say, God, the priest talked about death. Wasn't that wonderful, you know? But that's what the church, and it's cold outside, that's why the church gives us those readings at this time of the year. You're not imagining things. So once in a while you have to give these kind of serious talks, so whatever, just get out of this what you can. It was on All Souls Day night, special Mass if you were here, that we had a Mass that focused on all those who had died in the last year. Okay, at this parish, that's a lot of people. We've had 6 funerals in the last 6 days. Okay, this is North Scranton. And everybody had their name called, the person who had died, and everybody got a little candle. Very powerful ceremony. Those were your spouses, your parents, maybe your children. They were not mine. And on the altar right now, as we speak, there's 3 piles of All Souls Day intentions that you submitted. They are your parents, your grandparents, your spouses, maybe your children. So, see, Mother Church knows what she's doing. Because you have experienced death. So have I. So one thing we all share in common. And that's why we have to talk about it. Now, some died of those names up there. Some died young. Some died old. Some died of a heart attack. Some died of suicide. Some died at home. Some died in the hospice unit. Some died by illness, others by accident. But they all died. Every one of those names up there. Everybody is equal. But not everybody is the same. Everybody's equal. We're all going to die. But not everybody's the same. If you listen carefully to what Carl read in that second reading, it actually was quite optimistic. St. Paul says, don't worry about those who have died. They got to the finish line first. Don't grieve over them in a bad sense. They went home to be with the Lord before us. And he lifted up the people's spirits in saying that, yeah, they died. But as Christians, we're a people of hope, not a people of fear. And if you have that Christian faith, and either you come because you have it or because you're looking for it, then you can make one of the most important transitions in the spiritual life. To go from sorrow to grief. They sound alike, but they're not. We're all sorry when we lose someone. Who isn't? It's human nature. But if we're Christians with faith in heaven, then we go from sorrow to Christian grief, which says, don't say, oh, woe is me, I lost mom or dad or a spouse, or God forbid, a child. Yeah, I did lose it, but they went to be home with God. That's the bridge that faith builds for us. If you can't get from sorrow to Christian grief, then you're stuck. And all you do is mourn. I don't know how you celebrate life and all you do is mourn. It's our faith that gets us from sorrow to Christian grief and hope of eternal life. See, that's an important transition. And I hope you have or will make that. You know what's special about the All Souls Day Mass? You know, we sing songs about one bread, one body, we're all a community. That's not really true. One may vote Democrat, one may vote Republican. One may like the Eagles, one may like the Cowboys. One may speak English, one may speak Spanish. There's only one thing we all have in common, and that's that we're going to die. Our destiny is death, but our destination is heaven, you see? And that's what this gives us. And those who don't come won't have it. And I fear for them. I pray for them. I want to pray with them. Death, our destiny. Heaven, our destination. Let us stand, my friends, and we'll profess our faith in Almighty